name is D. Wayne Edwards. I'm the president of PENSOLE Lewis College of Business and Design in Detroit. Welcome to the show. Where I grew up at, statistically, I'm not supposed to be sitting here. Like if I got to 18, that was a win. So I would say my journey did start in Inglewood, California. But in the 80s, it wasn't the safest place to be. But I had this weird kind of obsession with drawing sneakers that no one else kind of really understood, because they knew that I had a gift of some kind, but didn't know what to do with it. And I didn't know what to do with it. For me, sneakers became an obsession in probably 82, where I had to always be, correct with my feet, to the point I even tried to get a job at Foot Locker. They didn't hire me. It turned me down 6 times. But then what's funny is my last time they turned me down, I was a senior in high school, and a year and a half later, I had a shoe on the Foot Locker wall. I've had a shoe, or shoes plural, sold at Foot Locker for the last 32 years. When I graduated from high school, I figured I was gonna get a job in the sneaker industry at some point. But after graduating, didn't go to college, couldn't go to college, didn't have the money to go. And so I just decided to exist. I kind of gave up on the idea of being in the footwear industry. And so I just decided to get a job at this accounting agency called Account Tips. The third assignment that I got was to go to LA Gear as a footwear company. And my job was to file papers in the accounts payable department. So my first week in, I was asking about HR and hey, how do you become a designer here at LA Gear? And it was always the same. It was hey, you go to college and you study this, and then you put together a portfolio and we look at it. And I had none of those things. And then about a week later, they started putting these suggestion boxes in every department. And so I would sketch shoes on a 3x5 index card and put them in the box every morning before I started filing papers. One day I come in and I hear Dwayne Edwards report to the president's office. And so I'm sweating because I'm just the president's gonna fire me personally. And so I walk in, and his name is Robert Greenberg, and he had all 180 of my sketches sitting on his desk. And he asked are you the person who's been putting this in my box? And I'm yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrupt what was going on. It was just, I said, I just love drawing sneakers. And he was well, tell me about yourself, and, what school did you go to? And I said, I just graduated from Inglewood High School 8 months ago. And he's taken back. And he was well, would you want to work here as a designer? And so he had to buy my contract out from the accounting agency. It was $1,000. And I joined at 19 years old. I became a footwear designer. So I was the design director for Jordan. I quit, and I took 8 weeks off, tested this idea of what a footwear design academy would look like, named it PENSOLE because I've been drawing with a number 2 pencil since I started drawing. PENSOLE is really, I like to say it's the school I wish I was able to attend as a high school kid, and it's the school that I wish I could have hired from as a hiring manager in the industry. And so it really came from that period in time when I was trying to get into the industry. And as I got into the industry and spent a few decades in, for a kid who wanted to draw sneakers, there was no path. And so we created this environment of mentorship and a culture where we had other designers from Jordan and Nike, Adidas come in and talk to kids and mentor them. Once I started mentoring kids and seeing kind of what was possible, I enjoyed that part. I want to do that more than, designing sneakers. It was what I decided I wanted to do with the rest of my career. So on April 1st, 2011, I officially retired and been doing PENSOLE ever since. PENSOLE was an academy for 12 years, and I intentionally kept it in that space. I was having a conversation with Alan Largen one day, and he just slowly slipped in the fact that Detroit used to have an HBCU. And so I just dug and read that the family was trying to bring this college back called Lewis College of Business that was started by this amazing woman by the name of Violet T. Lewis in Indianapolis in 1928. Once I read about her story and the connection of what I was trying to do with PENSOLE and what she was able to do with the college, it just connected. I was just really humbled by how well the city of Detroit embraced me as an outsider, and how much this college meant to the city of Detroit and the people who live there and people who still live there. And being able to bring back this college in the city of Detroit, I could not have picked a better city. What I know to be true is the next hour is not guaranteed to me. I've learned to slow down and focus on right now and be present. Nothing is promised to you. And if you really want something, you have to figure out a way to go get it.